Today we got another box of books to go over. A lot of these are oversized hardcovers, some history, another nonfiction. There's an anatomy book. Let's get into it. So what do we have today so far?
All right,
Russell.
So far we have, this is a really good book. An old school book, I would call a school book. It's an intermediate algebra. I wanted this because this is actually pretty good. I looked at it, and Perry Carpenter.
1950.
Yeah, Perry Carpenter and Edward Edgerton, they were really good in like math, things like that. So they did that book together.
Why does it have an airplane on there?
Because it was during the time of World War II.
Post-World War II.
Post-Korea.
Air flight was transitioning to space flight.
Yeah.
Soon enough. So they just kind of threw it on there, just indicative of the times kind of thing.
Yeah. The second book is Discovery's History of Man's Search to Know His World and Himself. So this is like a history book / spiritual book. It's a mixture of both, and I found it very good. I've never heard of Daniel J. Boorstin. I'd like to research him a little bit more too. Then also I've got the Combat Counterattack. This is a kid's novel back in the day, a long time ago.
I was looking at the spine earlier. I think it says authorized TV adventures. So this was kind of like a short serial,
Short
or
stories.
even a short radio.
It's put out by
story
Whitman.
play. Yeah, and
which is a good kids.
look at that cover. It's
book.
almost like a comic book cover. It's so graphic.
I know, and
Well,
there's illustrations in there too.
parachuting guy, and then the machine gun
And
firing off.
this is
Citadel
64.
class of '64. So yeah, it was probably a little TV skit for kids.
Yeah, there's little like short stories in here.
I mean, I thought it was for kids. It probably is.
Yeah,
right?
it is, because you can tell the writing's really big. The
Yeah.
illustrations are, the shadows a little bit darker, and then
We
the
got some
light
short
coming through.
sentences in there, so.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I liked it.
Let's see the back. Continues
Got a water
the
plane.
graphic. You might remember these from the book stock video. These are the books that Russell got. The old Ballantine 60s, J.R. Tolkien, The Hobbit, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King. Russell's going to be trading me these. He tried to... Did you list these on eBay? Or was it other books?
That's a funny story. I'm glad you brought that up. So, I signed up an eBay account, right? And I bought a couple books because I like Edgar Cayce. To make a long story short, I thought I would try to set up a sell account because it says you could sell with like a tag, price tag or something. So I did it and put all my information in there and set it up and took pictures of 4 books. 4.
Which ones?
One
The
was,
older ones, like the
one was a
Pilgrim one?
hardback history book that I put on there. The other 3 were vintage paperbacks. So to make a long story short, when I got done, as soon as I got done and put them on there, I was banned.
Inexplicably, too.
Inexplicably. I didn't want the books bidden. I had a certain price I wouldn't go below.
What was that price?
I wouldn't go below $15 a book.
Okay. Doesn't sound band worthy so far. And then come to find out, so you try and get in contact with eBay, and they're giving you the runaround and the corporate cold shoulder.
And then when I finally got to talk to a person, she was like, sir, I don't handle that department, but I can switch you to someone who can help you. I'm like, okay, thank you. So this very nice young lady helped me, switched me to another person. This other person, well, we're not allowed to tell you why we banned you, but it doesn't fit into our policy.
Which is pretty absurd, and I'm hearing this more and more from other eBayers about how they're getting banned permanently, suspension, with no explanation.
I think what's happening is with that new thing where you have to have, where they have to send you in the internet a tax form for you to do. They're weeding out people completely. And as they're weeding out people, they're going to end up with less and less customers, and they're eventually going to close.
Yeah, good theory, and that's how it's kind of like how Amazon weeded out a lot of their resellers, and they're just more corporate minded now too. And eBay might be trying to transition to that, and that makes me fearful because I've been selling on eBay since the 2000s. Currently, I sell a lot of books on there. I got over 100 listed. Vintage paperbacks and other genre fiction is what I specialize in, what you see in these videos. And people are getting suspended and banned for the most minute offenses, it seems, and sometimes even things like, oh, you didn't verify your identity, so we're banning you.
Well,
and
yeah,
you're going to have to jump through 20 loopholes, or 20.
So I've got an account on Etsy, and I'm going to contact them to talk to someone who could actually help me out on getting an Etsy sell account. And I'm also thinking about going on, what was that one, Mercari?
Yeah.
Mercari, and then there's another one called Virage. V-A-R-A-G-E.
I've never heard of Virage. I know a lot of people sell on Etsy books, and you can link that to your Instagram if I'm not mistaken, and I've bought books from people that way. And Mercari's supposed to be an up-and-comer, but I heard their app isn't that great for searching, but I don't know. Don't have much experience. But
actually, I found Mercari.
We're gonna all need to branch out if eBay's starting to ban people.
Well, if you think about it, with the pandemic, they stopped people from going around each other, so everybody was dependent on the internet. Now they're stopping people from even making money on the internet to going out, branching out, kind of
reversal.
Yeah, it's like a reversal thing. Now everything's not a pandemic, so they're pushing people to do things. It's like we're cattle, and they're corralling us to go into different directions, like the farmers would with the cattle.
Yeah, but the higher gas prices and the push for electronic vehicles and the electronic roads to charge them for free to keep you on a grid.
Yeah, it's like we'll throw the bird seed out and we'll watch the birds eat it at the park.
Total Soylent Green in action.
Yeah, definitely. Is the original author of the Bermuda Triangle. This book here is about the 8th continent, which is Atlantis. At last, the truth about the legendary civilization lost beneath the sea. This book has illustrations in it and everything else, different cultures. There's a map in here. It's called a Bosch map from 1754, showing the sea divisions of Antarctica. Okay.
Wow.
Which is actually pretty cool. And over here,
that's astonishing.
This shows an Egyptian hieroglyph of the light bulb.
It just looks like phallic smut.
And this is all going into like the metaphysical world and what they're talking about now with the alien theory, with history.
I also brought a book here. It seems pretty interesting. Tell us about it.
Okay, this book was given to me 3 years ago. It's The Extraordinary Human Power Science Can No Longer Deny the Human Aura by Nicholas Regish. A human breakthrough reported of the astonishing human energy within each of us. Edgar Casey reported seeing clouds of color around people, and skeptics scoffed until the astounding photographs of Simeon Curlian forced them to believe. These miracle pictures succeeded in recording the energy patterns surrounding plants, leaves, small objects, and even human fingertips. Now the first complete and authoritative investigation of the human aura shows how you can unlock your own hidden powers to improve your health, emotional well-being, personal relationships, career, and every aspect of your life.
So it's more holistic medicine opposed to psychic? Or
Metaphysical, yeah. Which is very
Let's see
interesting.
that cover again. Really cool.
And this light around people is the
Berkeley
aura.
Metallion.